Well, Leak man, low key views, just my views on things. Man, where we gonna start at? As a dad, it's hard for us, man. Like, especially active fathers, good fathers, fathers that learn from their mistakes, fathers that try to break chains and hold themselves accountable and hold others accountable. Because people look at us as mean or un, un, un hard to deal with, or just we get looked at in all type of ways. But we feel like, not even we feel, on this journey we become to know that we are close to God, man. We all are close to God. Now, if you choose not to let God show out in you, then that's on you. But as a man, you should. I'm not saying that we can be perfect at it, but every day we should work at it. And it's just funny to me how we know what we know in 2025, but yet people still are caught in living in the old ways, old fashioned. We know that frequencies are real. We know that vows are real. We know connections is real. We know we don't need to sign no paper to be one with somebody. But in this day and age, some people are still stuck in the fairy tale mode. Now, there's nothing wrong with celebrating marriage. But it is something wrong in my vision, in my view, to go be for anyone other than God to solidify your love for somebody else. And I don't feel like you need a whole celebration to say you're married. Not saying that I wouldn't want that, for my woman, but if we didn't have it, and I know that she's committed to me and she's my wife, ring or no ring. If she acts as a wife, if she does as a wife, she is a wife. And if I act as a husband, I would do as a husband. If I provide as a husband, then I am a husband. But those who choose not to see, you can't force them to see. You can't force them to put on glasses, because some of us are still in fairy tale mode. And always hold yourself accountable for the things that you do wrong. That's one thing I learned in life. It betters you if you hold yourself accountable. Holding yourself accountable for things can be scary because it forces you to deal with yourself. It forces you to call yourself out, criticize yourself, and realize the things that you do that's not totally right. But you should want to realize the things that you're not doing right? You would think so. But a lot of people don't want to accept that we all do wrong, and that's why wrong happened, for it to be corrected. It's called discipline. People think discipline stops when it's just about kids, but discipline don't never stop. Discipline is self. Discipline is for others. Discipline is discipline is meant for all ages. Discipline is forever and ever. Discipline is like the heart. It's always at work. You should be always practicing discipline. One thing that I'm working on. And some of us don't like it. Some of us don't like the discipline that we don't have, and it's given to us by others. Because let's be real, a lot of people don't like to be told what to do, especially when it's coming from a person who has, who's not a millionaire or a billionaire or somebody who don't have the social status, So, it's easy to listen to. You're harder to listen to because you're not on that social status, or you don't have the money that another person may have, or the following. But if you're dealing with somebody on a one-on-one basis and say, and or they should know the individual that they're dealing with, you should always, first you should always know who you're dealing with. You gotta know how they live. You gotta know what they expect of themselves. You gotta see how they expect things of you. Because a great person is gonna not just expect greatness from themselves, but everyone that they're around. And if you're not ready to be great, I suggest that you get away from a great person, a passionate person. If you don't have no passion, you won't never understand it. If you don't have genuine love, you're not going to ever understand the love that's being given to you from a passionate, genuine place. Tough love is the best love. It's that light love that ain't right. If it's light, it ain't right. If it's tough, it's going to last. It means something. And mindset. You gotta have a mindset. Like everything starts off with a mindset. If you think you're gonna be a business owner, it starts off with a mindset. If you know you're gonna be wealthy, it starts with a mindset. If you know you're a wife or a husband, it starts off with a mindset. If you wanna be great, it starts with a mindset. Everything starts with a mindset. Because in your mind, you can manifest. And if you manifest, your mindset matters. People don't think having a mindset before a situation happens doesn't mean nothing or doesn't help. Having a mindset that you're going to be wealthy, healthy, a husband, a wife, or a great person before it happens helps you tremendously. Because first thing that came to my mind is gratefulness. You could tell yourself, like, I actually manifest this. I'm grateful for this, the power of my tongue. The power that you may feel. Mindset and manifestation. All comes from the mouth. And like Nipsey said, don't be surprised if you don't get what you never wanted. Don't be surprised if you don't get what you never wanted. Don't be surprised if you don't get what you never wanted. You gotta want that mindset. In life, you gotta put up a fight. But also, you have to be around to win the war. And sometimes every battle ain't meant to be fought. Sometimes you gotta back away from 20 fights, 50 battles just to win a big war. Live and learn, be yourself, man. But don't be stubborn, don't be too prideful. Don't let goodness leave in any form that it may show or come, just because you're not ready to accept it. Maybe that goodness is the challenge you need to change. Don't be scared of a challenge. Don't be scared of change. Don't get content with not changing. That's what we do. Humans, we adapt, we transform. We are an image of God. But God, grace, all be real peace. Thank you.